Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a complete picture of how they speak for you, how they speak to you and for you over the course of the week. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the High Priestess. So in a lot of ways, this is your intuition really ramping up. In a lot of ways, there are going to be messages, thoughts, feelings and impressions. Pay attention to your dreams this week as well, because they could be heightened, and the energy or the information that are coming through while you're in them could be really powerful. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Page of Wands, right? So a lot of you, it looks like you are finally starting to do something with an inspiration or an idea that came through for you. So let's say you had an idea for your book. Let's say you've had an idea for I don't know, a blog, maybe that, you know, this is like a download that you've had, like an inspiration or an intuitive hit about something. And it feels like it's been something that you've been sat on for a while. So this is now where you start to put this into action. This is the week where you're saying, right, okay, now that I have this inspiration, now that I have, or rather now that I've got the idea, I've had this inspiration, but now I'm moving ahead with it. Now I'm giving it life. Now I'm going to start to give form to it. For your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Pentacles. So your first things first, this week, I get the feeling that you are very likely to be standing your ground on something, and it may be something that you have felt is either unfair, something that you maybe feel is unjust. Now, when it comes to your work sphere, one of the things that comes up for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is you asking for, in effect, what you feel like you're worth. This is you maybe approaching the boss for a pay rise. Maybe you're asking for more responsibility, or maybe even for a transfer for some of you. The reason I say this is because it's almost like this idea that you have that you're going to want to start working on. It's like you need more, not even just more autonomy. It's like you need more time to put into something else. So some of you might be looking to reduce hours this week. It might be possible. The other thing that comes up for a lot of you as well with the Six of Pentacles, this is about the give and take, right? It's about what is fair when it comes to the material realm. It's about the finances. It's about the money. Now, in a lot of ways, your Six of Pentacles is also your, it's where the exchange of something needs to be observed, needs to be looked at, all right? And if I'm completely honest with you as well, you might actually be able to find somebody to outsource to. Now, for those of you that are working for yourself or working for your or entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc., the money or the resources that you need to get this idea off the ground are available to you. But rather than looking to like a bank or an institution, this would be a time where you want to look to your friends or your people, you know, the people that are your biggest supports, maybe even reaching out to clients that are in the position to help you. There's something this week that suggests that the help or the money that you need to start a big idea is available to you. It just doesn't come through the conventional sources. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this is going to see you really putting together a charity effort, probably either for women, which is one potential, or the other one, it may have something to do specifically with children. But this week there's like a charitable energy that surrounds this card that's saying to you, you know what, if there is something that you want to do for charity, or if there's something that you believe in or something that you stand for, this would be a good week to put your time into advocating for those people that can't do it for themselves. For your money and materials, you have the Eight of Cups. Now, your Eight of Cups is not a bad card. It just represents having to leave something behind or let something go. So when it comes to your finances, what is it that needs to be released now? What is the drain on your resources that you either no longer need or is no longer doing what it says on the tin? This is a week where you probably need to start saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to have to look at the budget, or I'm going to have to take things back to the drawing board in some way, shape or form. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your feet, your toes, your ankles, possibly your lymph system as well. This would be a week as well, because it looks like it's a very sedentary week. So if you can find ways to move around, if you can find ways to get the body moving, so to speak, you would really benefit from that. I think you'd get a lot out of it in terms of maybe your mental peace as well. The other way that this comes up for you excuse me, for those your home and environment, you might just be too busy to really enjoy it. And not only that, you may be called away from the home when it comes to the work duties, when it comes to whatever charitable or collaborative efforts are going on. Or for some of you as well, to get this idea rolling or to get it moving, you may have to travel. You may have to go and see various different people. And it's funny as well, because it does feel like it's practical. It's not over the airways, it's not Zoom, it's not Skype, it's not anything like that. This is you actually going to places to gather information, to get samples, to get ideas, or to certainly to speak to people that are going to be able to help you see your idea through to some, you know, into fruition. For your love and relations, you have the Two of Wands. This is a great card for relationships. So the first thing that comes up, for those of you that are partnered, relationships, etc., this is a nice energy because it's very sexy, it's very sensual. The Two of Wands is a very active card, and this suggests to me that the love life, the personal love, you know, the personal connections are, you know, they're starting to cook again. They're starting to be warm and affectionate and passionate, which, you know, is something that you definitely need. I think everybody does. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting somebody, it's likely to come through the work sphere. And interestingly enough, for those of you that are meeting somebody, this could be somebody that travels in circles that maybe you're not used to. This could be somebody that's either very affluent or very wealthy, maybe somebody that is you know, maybe upper circle or upper crust, as we call it here in the UK. So just something for you to consider. Now, the other thing is as well, remember what I said, the money that you need is absolutely available to you. The Two of Wands itself is a very affluent card. Coupled with the Six of Pentacles, the money that you need comes from the connections that you already have. This isn't about, you know, going to the bigger institutions or anything like that. It's about finding the resources that you need in the circles that you are already well versed or traveled or connected to. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.